my background is visual effects, and I've been doing that for past almost 20 years now. And in the recent times, I'm observing all these developments of AI, Gen AI tools like Runway, Pika, Krea Ai. I can easily see the independent filmmaking space where you don't have a budget and you still want to make a professional looking sci-fi film, a short film. And recently I thought of trying out these tools to see if I can actually produce something useful, something that can match to a professional looking film. um, so I did this short film slash trailer based on the Electric State book by Simon Stellenhag, um, which, by the way, I'm a big fan of his work in terms of the way he combines the real world with the dystopia. Yeah, it's really mesmerizing and inspiring. So I made this shot using iPhone 15 Pro Max and used some of these tools, AI tools, as I mentioned, specifically Runway, Krea, and Pika, and combined those tools with my traditional workflow of VFX using compositing techniques in Nuke and Fusion inside Davinci Resolve, where I would be, let's say, if I have to change the background, if I have to add something to it, let's say I want to add a sci-fi structures in the background. Traditionally, you would be using either matte painting or a 3D model textured lit based on the camera move, whether you can get away with 2D comping or you need a 2.5D or 3D projections. Um, so as a solo creator or as a small team, someone who's trying to make a short film, I can definitely see, going forward, more and more people, more and more filmmaker would be using it. So for this short trailer or short film, whatever you want to call it, the Electric State, I will post the link for that video in the descriptions. I managed to. I'm pretty happy with the results that I got, and the fact that if I didn't have access to these tools, I probably wouldn't have the courage to, do all those work in my traditional workflow. That would be taking like at least 5 times more time than it did using these tools. So, and I must say that I'm not a big fan of the all AI creations that I'm seeing online, where everything is just produced by AI. Every single pixel is coming out of AI. Rather than that, I can see it fitting into my the old workflow of VFX, where you would be shooting a film, like for example right now I'm sitting here and I want to change something in the background, I want to add something in the foreground. So in the traditional sense, as I mentioned, you'd be depending on creating those elements, rendering those elements. So that's where I see that you can use these generations coming out of these tools and use them as an elements to combine using compositing techniques inside Resolve, Fusion, or After Effects. Or in my case, I am a Nuke user. That's my day-to-day tool, and I'm quite used to it. So yeah, I think in next year or so, I mean, the way things are changing, which is very fast, it's really hard to catch up with all these recent developments. But I can easily see, someone coming out with an idea for a film where you don't have a lot of budget to spend money on VFX. Someone who has basic skills in After Effects, especially I would say to all the compositors out there, you have got um, a very special skills even in the space of Gen AI, where you have the power to choose what to keep in your shot, what not to keep your shot. You can add or subtract as we normally do in we have been doing for years, but using these tools, it just makes us, I would say, uh, just giving us extra power to do things quickly, especially for the independent projects where we are just passionate about doing something on our own on our free time. um, so yeah, I think I would encourage the independent filmmakers to try out and see whether you can if you have a story where you need use of visual effects, and I can see it fitting into their workflow. So yeah. If you are interested in detailed process and workflow, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.